What's going on, everybody? It's Matt Trotz with Fixed Productions, shooting for the real shot. Woo-hoo-hoo! We are out here on probably one of the most miserable days we've had so far here in 2022. We are at the locks in the Menasha area, and we're about to start our 2022-2023 Ice Reports landing reports. So like I said, we are in the bay portion of the locks here in Menasha, and we fired out holes. We're probably roughly 100 to 150 yards off of shore. And right here, we have a solid 6+ inches of snow. Now, the cool thing is you can see we got a really good snowstorm pushing in, and the temperatures are freaking frigid out here, and it's supposed to get cold. So as long as we don't get a whole lot more snow, this ice is going to continue to build, and it's going to be really, really good ice conditions going into the 2023 ice fishing season. So our goal here is we're going to hit up some landings today. We're going to hit up some more areas around the Lake Winnebago system and give you some ice conditions. And hey, we might even catch up with some anglers, you know, and get some of the word on how the bite is going in some of these areas as well. So again, the Menasha Bay portion, maybe the fish aren't biting right here, but the ice conditions are good for right now. All right, everybody, now we kind of move from the bay portion of the locks. We're down below the locks themselves, and you can see there's a couple of shanties that are down here right now. What we're going to do is we're going to actually knock on the one that's right behind me here and see how the bite is going, how much ice thickness we actually have down here. So let's see if this person over here is kind enough to do a quick interview and give you the actual reports. Man, this guy is really bundled up. The wind is really, really picking up. Knock, knock. Anybody in there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going? You mind opening it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, you got a telephone call. You need to take that?
No,
What's your name, my man?
Seth Casper.
Seth Casper. All right, so Seth, I'm going to open you up a little bit. I don't want to keep you too long. So how much ice do we have down here below the lock, Seth?
Probably 3.5, 4 inches.
3.5. Okay, and then how is the bite per se as of today?
Slow.
It is
Yeah,
slow?
I think the snowstorm or whatever is making it pretty tough.
What are you targeting?
Just panfish.
Just panfish?
Yeah, bluegills or crappies.
Nice. Any secret baits you want to tell the world about?
Not really. It's been kind of tough, and I mean, I think today with the snow and everything, it's making it kind of iffy out here, and at least somewhere to get out, so.
Perfect. Well, all right, everybody. You kind of got a live report there. I'll close you up here, Seth. I don't want to get you cold.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. We appreciate it. Hey, Merry Christmas. So that's Seth Casper again. He kind of just talked about something that maybe is not too uncommon here. We got a pressure system moving in, a low pressure system. We have high winds predicted for the next couple of days. We have the snow coming in, and then frigid cold temperatures. But you can see Seth here is all bundled up, and I think this is the Nanook from Clam. We sell quite a few of these flip over, these single man shacks over at the Reel Shop, but that doesn't mean now after this system pushes through, I mean, Seth could be out here in 2-3 days and he could be crushing a panfish again. So, wait till the front blows out, get out here if you're looking to kill a little time, maybe catch a couple fish. But I mean, underneath here, what do you say? 3 to 4 inches of ice. So that's pretty par for the course down here. Again, it just depends on how much snow we get. Now, it's going to continue to make ice, but how much ice is it really going to make if we get a foot of snow on top of the 3 to 4 inches that we already got? So we're going to check one more location above the locks, and then we're going to move on to another location. All right, now we are above the locks. And we're just talking to this father and son duo here in this shack. And this consensus is kind of the same. My face is frozen. The fish are slow today. I think, again, it's this low pressure system that we're sitting on. But up here above the locks, 3 to 4 solid inches of good ice. They are catching some panfish, but it's just not fast and furious. Again, it's one of those things. We got this low pressure system sitting on us today. That doesn't mean that after this system pushes through, that bite will not get better and better. So again, we're not far from the Reel Shot. These are some of the more popular areas that a lot of people like to walk out on early on in the season. That's how we're giving you these ice reports. So far, we checked 3 good spots around here, a solid 3 to 4 to 5 inches, depending on where you go, and the bite will surely pick up as the conditions improve. What's going on, everybody? Matt here. We are at Grumman Landing, Asylum Bay. I was just over there. As we were walking out, there was a mink running across the ice. But we have a couple of shacks out here. Just talked to a gentleman who's leaving the ice. He said, real good morning bite, perch, bluegills. We've kind of been hearing that now. I should probably tell you, we're on Lake Winnebago now on the west side shore. Whew, my breath, God, that was crazy intense. What we're going to do, we're going to go out. Reports of 4 inches over here in Asylum Bay. We're going to see if we can get a little interview on the ice. Throw maybe the tape measure down. But here's the deal, everybody. As I'm out of breath, I'm extremely warm, though. I'm rocking some of my Blackfish gear. I got the storm skin bibs on. I'm well insulated. The air gloves. We've done a lot of stories on that. But enough of me talking. Let me catch my breath. Let's go out here, see if we can do a couple of interviews and tell you how the fishing is and how much ice thickness is out here. Grumman County Boat Landing, Asylum Bay. 5 inches. That's above average. All right, everybody. So we found Bryce. Bryce is having really good luck out here. So how's the day going today for you?
It's going pretty good. We just got out here this morning around 8, and I've been in the shack all morning, so the weather's not too bad. The fishing's pretty good. There's perch, crappie, and bluegill mixed in together, and everything's biting really good today. It's been really nice out today.
So what do we have? So the part of this video is not only the fishing, right? Hopefully the fishing continues to get better and better as winter progresses. How are ice conditions right here?
Out here it's good. There's 4 or 5 inches, and the snow made it pretty easy.
So have you heard, though, because there is the crack line. That's obviously the big part of Bago. Have you heard about ice conditions out that far yet?
I haven't heard anything about it out there. I just kind of stick close to shore in the bays this time of year, and I normally wait till that's froze up pretty good, and I'll go out on Poigan first, and normally after Poigan kind of cools off after the first couple of weeks, I come out here and fish here until Battle and Bago and the rest of winter.
Perfect. So that's Bryce out here. Again, he's having some great success. The ice is pretty thick. It's very, very good ice. So if you're looking to get out to a spot, maybe this is one you want to check. But the main thing is that conditions are good, and the fishing is hopefully going to continue on and improving as, you know, obviously winter is. So thanks, Bryce. And Bryce wanted to leave us with one last thought about a rod purchase you made.
Yeah, the Reel Shot has a lot of great rods and reels and a lot better quality than Fleet Farm or, you know, some of the conventional stores. I bought a really nice rod there last winter, and I'm using it today. It's really nice.
So basically what he's trying to say is that's what's allowing him to catch all the fish today.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. All right, here we go. Obviously, you can see here, conditions are starting to get pretty bad. The wind's picking up. They're predicting tomorrow, Friday, it's the weekend before Christmas here, that the wind is really supposed to start howling, 50 mile per hour wind gusts, and then potentially more snow. But we made it now to Asylum Bay. We are about equal with the lighthouse. There's a couple shacks further into the bay. Kind of can see behind me, you know, not too many shacks out here. We did get a report that the fishing has been pretty decent out here, more of an early morning bite. And there is about 4 to 5 inches of ice, so I'm actually going to use the Strike Master auger here. This is a 24 volt that the Reel Shot carries. Fire a hole down, use a one-shot deep freeze skimmer to clean that slush out and get a good measurement for you. But again, these are the conditions that usually freeze up first. So majority of the locals know these spots, have good success out here. Perch, bluegills, crappies, that kind of stuff. And then you can kind of see, if Scott were able to pan, where there may have been a crack that formed at one time. There is one brave soul that decided to jaunt on the other side of that. But then kind of out further, I don't know, half mile is there where the other cracks form. Now, what I did kind of hear as well as talking to local fishermen is that the big part of the lake, Lake Winnebago, is not even navigable at all. Don't even really try it, as per what they're saying. You know, maybe 2 inches of ice out there. So it's one of those things where just stay in the bay, stay in some of the channels, you know, catch some of the panfish that are all here. Usually some white bass, maybe occasional walleye would cruise up into these bays. Panfish wise, a lot of spoons, a lot of plastics, live bait like the Reel Shot carries, spikes, waxies, that kind of stuff, small fatheads, rosies, things like that. The tip down, like the dangler tip down, are a great thing to use this time of year and some of these locations. But it is cold today. It is windy. The wind started to pick up, and it is snowing a lot around the Fox Valley area. So we're going to hurry up, fire a hole out here, get an ice measurement for you. I think we're going to maybe hit up one other bay on the Oshkosh side, on the west side of the lake, and then kind of roll it back out. So I'm going to put the microphone down, drill a hole here with the Strike Master, clean it all out, and then we'll show you an exact measurement of how much ice is about equal with the lighthouse here. Okay, so we just drilled our hole here. I showed you with the ruler. My hand is frozen. I got to put it back in my Blackfish Air glove, but there's about 5 inches out here. About, like I said, we're about equal with the lighthouse here in Asylum Bay. 5 inches, so, you know, this far out of the bay, pretty good solid ice. There doesn't look like there's a whole lot of air gaps or anything to it. Not a big slush layer yet, but it is good ice out here, and hopefully the fishing will continue to be good out here at Asylum Bay, and man, we're going to go get warm. So we made it back to the store here. We mentioned at Asylum Bay that we were going to go to Sunset Bay, but we got word as we were kind of packing things up from Asylum that conditions over there are very much the same. You know, in that Bay area, you got that 4 to 5 to 6 inches of ice. Fishing is good, again, in those locations. It just depends, right? You know, there's a lot of panfish to be caught that's a little bit shallower in some areas. Pan fishing, whether that's the morning bite or the evening bite, you know, you just got to get out there and do a little homework. Use some of your electronics to find those fish. We saw quite a few people today fishing with live scope, things like that. You know, again, products that are definitely available at the Reel Shot. Now, one of the go-tos here for ice reports is the Sunken Dive Facebook page, and that's Donnie Herman. Donnie is very reputable on the Lake Winnebago system. If you haven't checked that out, check out the Sunken Dive page. But Donnie and I were chatting back and forth today, and here's kind of what Don says about some of the conditions around the Lake Winnebago system. He says, you know, right now I'm definitely not recommending go out on Lake Winnebago at all. And then he's saying, you know, and that's kind of what we mentioned at Asylum. The ice conditions out on the main lake itself are kind of very much questionable. Don also says that Lake Poygan has about 3 to 6 inches and the bays have about the same. So, you know, obviously everybody, here's one thing about these reports, right? You go out on the ice at your own risk. Get a spud bar like we have here. You know, we sell quite a few of these spud bars. Get a nice ice auger. You know, spud your way. Oh, you get a brush. You can get a free brush here as we pull it out of Scott's nice truck. But, you know, not all ice conditions are the same everywhere you go. Get a spud bar. Wear the proper flotation suits. Wear the proper, you know, like we use a lot of the Rapala, you know, spikes today in case we were to able to go in. But, you know, ice conditions, you go out there on your own risk, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these ice reports to help keep you safe, you know, and with the fishing updates as well. So hopefully you enjoyed these, everybody. We're going to bring a lot more to you. You know, definitely go check out the Reel Shot social media pages, and again, check out the Fix PHY X TV page and everything like that for bringing us all this great stuff. So enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.